Yes, my dear people, good morning, everybody, and a happy weekend. I lost my sister who was living in my house with me in Abuja. So I brought the corpse home for burial. So the burial will be taking place this morning, as the 28th day of February 2026. So while I was in the village, I started receiving calls from a comrade on how Engineer Dave Umahi, the Minister for Works, used government security apparatus to intimidate a woman, got the woman arrested by the police, a matter that happened in Ebonyi State, moved the woman to Abuja, using an IRT and what have you. So, and in order to please Dave Umahi, the police arraigned the woman at Zone 2 Magistrate Court. So, when comrades started calling me, I told them my predicaments, that I'm in my village where I came to bury my sister. So, and I encouraged them. So, and I've been following events since then. And I want to first of all thank my senior comrade, Omoyele Sowore, the people's president. You have delivered their polling booths. You are the best. I must give it to you for leading the other comrades to put in that struggle, ranging from the police to the court. Even when the court granted the woman bail and the order is for signed for his order of release, yet the correctional center staff shamefully refused to honor that order, and they insisted of taking the woman only for them to please Dave Umahi. So, and I love the courage. I watch everything. You people have made me proud. You people have made me proud. In fact, your actions the day before yesterday has really made me to calm down on the anguish and mourning of my sister. On the mourning mood I am, you people have brought life back to me. Senior comrade Sowore, all that you are doing in this country, it's only God that will pay you back. I know what you have been suffering. I know a series of charges. In fact, my own is only one charge, only one charge. But your own is how many? And only this one charge I'm facing. I know what I'm passing through. Not to talk about you, that is having all these charges simply because you are fighting for the masses. We are praying for you. Everybody is happy with you. Very dark man. I saw you there. You did well. The dog guy there. Should I call you Barrister Marshall or Comrade Marshall? You are now both comrade and this thing. You did well. Comrade Zeji, the dog activist. You guys did well. I don't want to start Oshuki and Zinab. All of you people did well. You have made me proud. I want to use this opportunity to also warn Dave Umahi. Enough of this. You can't be using your position as an influential person or a political office holder to be intimidating people. People have been a state chairman of a party before you. People have been a deputy governor before you. People have been a governor before you. People have been a senator before you. People have been a minister before you. Why should you try to intimidate everybody because the woman is demanding for his money? Something that has to do with civil. And you decided to criminalize it using a security apparatus. Enough of this, and we cannot take it. We can, not only you and some other persons. Secondly, this issue of using government funds and government apparatus to be fighting personal scores should also stop. I'm calling President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to look into this. Imagine how much you have a matter with someone like Sowore. Look at the immediate past illegal IGP. Shamefully, simply because Sowore is saying that you are not qualified to be IG, you have retired, you should go. You now use government money to engage an SAN to come and prosecute Sowore. enough of all this. We have a lot of things to do with money. Debts here and there. But you people have money to go and pay hundreds of millions of naira to an SN to come and prosecute some useless charges that are predicated on personal scores. Enough of this, and we are going to carry out protests. I'm calling a comrade. We should look inward. We should look towards that. I have called that this is the time we began to investigate how much the money that is being spent in prosecuting and giving out brief to external solicitors. How much is being paid? I started it by that of Maxwell Opara. How much federal government is spent in paying external solicitors to prosecute Maxwell Opara? How much this one of Shore and some other? How much do we spend in prosecuting all these persons? How much are they collected? Are you telling me that we don't have competent police officers in the legal department that can do it, on the DSS department? Enough of all this. We must put stop to it. By the special grace of God, I'll be back to the struggle by next week. It has not been easy for me, but I thank God. Once again, Senior Comrade Showore and others, I give it to you. Thanks and God bless you.
Broadcast to address a man called Frank Uto from Benue State. He said he was the youth president when Aloy Jimako was with him in the university, and he was his classmate. So he's a lawyer. And why I'm addressing him is because I want to tell you, Frank Uto, that you are not a serious-minded fellow. My name is Emeka Livingstone. You were granted an interview on Channels Television, and in the process of answering questions, you described IPOB as a terrorist organization. That's what you did. And you were trying to apologize later. You said the reason why you branded them a terrorist organization was based on the fact that the government of Nigeria had branded them terrorists. This same Nigerian government that is killing your people. And you said you don't have anything against the Igbos, that they are your best friends, and your best man during your wedding was an Igbo man. And so you are telling the Igbos, let us sheath our sword and fight a common enemy. They think that in a way that there are some Igbos there who are telling you are a good man and they are blessing you. First of all, you are not an illiterate. You are a learned fellow, very educated. So, before you make a comment that concerns a whole race like that, you should have made your investigations before talking. And so, you did not go to make research to find out if the accusation against the Igbos on channel television, no matter how the question was thrown at you, if the accusation was right that they are terrorists. IPOB. IPOB means Indigenous People of Biafra. That's what it means. Okay. You're educated. And they asked you, I just want to come to the area where you were making your arguments. The government told you, you acted on what the government said. You did not do your research. For an educated man, it's a shame and a disappointment that you are still guided by ethnic bias and sentiments. That was why you made that comment. The reason why you are apologizing now is a backlash of your comment against the Igbos. And suddenly you are coming to your senses. Number two, you said we have a common enemy. Until now, that you realized that we have a common enemy, you and the Igbos, being the Fulanis, your common enemies. Until now, the enemy was just for the Igbos when the Fulanis hadn't started killing you people. So you wouldn't have told me, for your age, experience, and education, you would not have known that 10 years ago from today, the Igbos have been subjected to terrible harm by the Fulanis. And you people were not aware. You cannot tell me you were not aware. So there was this conspiracy that flows in your veins against the Igbos, people who call themselves Christians in Nigeria. both in the south and in the middle belt and in the north, as long as the thing that was being done was done against the Igbos, it was not a problem. You didn't see the Fulanis as a common enemy until they started killing your people. Let me tell you, Frank Uto, your people were responsible for fighting Biafrans. When Biafrans were escaping from the north during the pogrom, they came to your side. The TV people, you put from Benue, then you were all together with Plateau. You intercepted them on the way, killed them, cut off their heads, and sent their heads to Ojukwu in your bid to fulfill your plan for one Nigeria. Even now, you are still saying that you believe in one Nigeria. Even now, you are still saying. That's why you are not true. You are not sincere. It's becoming, you are beginning to see that we have a common enemy. So if they hadn't killed you people, there would have been no commonality in this kind of enmity that is, brewing against you and us. If it had been only us, you would have been there talking all the thing you are talking, and you think you come and with Jenny money here, come and be telling us that you went to school with Aloy Jimak. What has that got to do with us? The white man will go to school with you, study in the same institution, and still come out and be your colonizer. So forget all this thing you're talking. We don't buy that kind of trash. If you want to apologize, go back to Channels Television and go and tell them that you were mistaken, you were wrong, that all your education failed you at the point where you're supposed to disburse information as somebody who is learned, that you failed woefully. Aloy Jimako is or was your mate. He is the lawyer to NNAMDI Kanu. NNAMDI Kanu formed IPOB, and you came out and said that IPOB is a terrorist organization. You are a very wicked man. It is the same wickedness that runs in your veins. That is why even your people, Reverend Dachumo, with all due respect to him as a man of God, all the complaints you people make to the Americans is the killing of Christians in the Middle Belt. You have never mentioned, before they start killing you people, they have been killing us. None of you said anything. Dachumo never made any comment until it began to affect the Middle Belt. One day, people are liars. This one you are saying will have a common enemy because it's affecting you. They are killing you. It was your people, the Langtang boys. That's what they call them. And the Biron boys, the people in the Middle Belt who fought the war against Biafra. Remember your Danjuma and Gowon, what's his name? Jeremiah Husseini, David Mack, Jonathan Pera. All of you that fought to kill the Igbos, to maintain one Nigeria, you are suffering the punishment of your evil and wickedness against the Igbos. The death of the Yorubas is coming. They shall be the biggest losers in this thing that is going on in Nigeria. You won't go, you people will not go free. It is the Lord God of heaven that not that we like it, because Igbos will always advocate not only for you, not only for Igbos, we advocate for others. NNAMDI Kanu was advocating for everybody. You people didn't say anything until he came to your doorsteps. And even now that he came to your doorsteps, you were going to buy that trash from the Nigerian government, that IPOB is a terrorist organization, for your learning and education. Didn't you know that America did not designate IPOB as a terrorist organization? Britain, even though they're against us, did not designate us. My dear or barrister, whatever, I'm older than you, I can be calling you Oga. Nonsense. And when all those things happened, you did not read enough to get your information because you were biased against Igbo. You came to Channels Television to come and show the problem the Benue people are facing, and then use us as scapegoat. Do you know the level of damage your comments caused to the Igbos? Those who are telling you here that you are a nice guy. Lanya, people who are here, make sure this guy gets this information. Share it. His name is Frank Uto. F-R-A-N-C-U-T-O-O. Let him hear it. He's an evil man. If you want to apologize, you come out on Channels Television and apologize to the whole Igbo people and tell them that you have made a blunderous mistake, and tell them that your people made a terrible mistake by killing Igbos during the pogrom. Still talking of one Nigeria. Who cares about your one Nigeria? And you are telling us that we should shit our soul. You think you just talk like that and come out and talk, we just take it. You're talking to people who are less educated. Because you sit down, maybe you invited by the American government or whatever, challenge to come and talk. Therefore, you have blown beyond proportion. You are very, very too important. Look at your level of thinking. NNAMDI Kanu has been incarcerated all these 5 years. Have you opened your mouth to speak on his behalf? Do you know that if you go to NNAMDI Kanu now, he will speak on behalf of Benue, Plateau, Taraba, Jigawa, Kaduna, and the East, and Yorubas? He spread his wings and said he warned people in Yorubas that they have emasculated the Hausas. They have entered Kwara. They are entering Yoruba states. They have taken over Benue and Plateau. That's it. That's how Igbo man is better than you people. And you come out here and begin to tell me that we should shit our sword. You should go and apologize to the Igbos. In Awanya, shit our sword. They warn you. Who are you that you begin to tell us what to do? That is why there's some level of wickedness and hypocrisy that runs in your veins. That is why your brother Yakubu Gowon has not come out today to apologize to the Igbos for the evil he did. That is why T.Y. Danjuma has not done the same. And whenever they will call you people to come and speak. When you go and speak, you speak for Kaduna, Taraba, Plateau, Benue. You think that is where they are killing people? This is what they just killed is small compared to our people that were killed over the years. Did you people care? Didn't you say we are one Nigeria? Let things just move on. Because it's now touching you. They will kill you people. I don't have any hatred against Benue. I don't have any hatred against Plateau. But you see, the God of heaven, the Bible says God is slow to anger and great in mercy, but shall by no means acquit the guilty. You people are very wicked. It was that wickedness that took you to channels. You who was invited to America to come and speak and you spoke. I think so. I think you are the one. And channels had to invite you. You did not get the information right. You did. Your information was to come and destroy the Igbos. There's a backlash. That is why you're asking, let's shit our sword. Stupid talk. You're telling me to shit my sword. Did I raise up a sword against you in the first place? It was you that raised your sword against the Igbo man. The Igbo man never raised his sword against you, not even for one. With all your stupid talk, that you have an education that took you to America to go and address, or you studied in Britain, doesn't make you better than anybody, my friend. And when you want to talk, you get a Gwandibo that you were in the same school with Aloy Jimako. Do you think you are at par with Ejimako? Do you know what Ejimako has done? The risk he has taken his life in defense of the Igbo cause? How he has been, even this young man, Maxwell, do you know the manner of customers they have lost because they are fighting for their people? Are you not aware of Biafrans that were being killed, raped, destroyed? My friend, how terrible and hypocritical you are. You people should share. Emeka Livingstone, now got that man. His name is Frank Utoo Uto. Tell him that he's an evil man. That if he wants to apologize to the Igbos, he should go to Chinese television and go and apologize. Because his comment lent credence to the proscription of IPOB being designated as a terrorist organization by the Nigerian government. Americans never did. You, Frank, understand that Nigeria is a terrorist organization. Nigeria gave money to what they call them, Fulani Hespen, what they call Mieti Allah, 100 billion. Lakurawa, they're financed by the Nigerian government. Boko Haram, ISWAP, you know. You wicked man, you know. This thing you are saying now is just a backlash of our action. That is why you're talking, this thing you're talking that's very annoying. Didn't you know before now that they were killing Igbos? That IPOB is not a terrorist organization, but because you went to Chinese television and made that comment, and there's a backlash among the Igbos, from the Igbos against you. That's why I'm coming to say to my Igbo brothers, we have a common enemy now. Let's shit our sword and become friends. Which sword? We never raised a sword against Benue. It is the people whom you trusted in that raised their sword against you that are killing your people. We never raised a sword against Benue. It is you, Frank Uto, that raised the sword from your mouth to condemn Igbo in Chinese television. That they are terrorists. The people who are terrorists, don't talk about them. You're an evil man. And those Igbos who come out and begin to tell you, God bless you. Some of our people are very fickle in their thinking. Tomorrow, when you come out now, they begin to hail you as a hero in your nonsensical approach to issues. You don't know that when you want to apologize, you did appropriately. If Aloy Jimako was your classmate in the university, you came and called his people terrorists in Chinese television. Aloy Jimako is defending NNAMDI Kanu, who has been incarcerated for 5 years and unlawfully jailed. You, as a lawyer, did not go to analyze that thing that Motosho said and corrected it. You never did. You had the boldness and temerity to come and start talking trash from your mouth. That we let's shit this. Which sword are we shitting? The Igbos never raised any sword against you. It's you that raised your sword against the Igbo people. And you apologizing because of the backlash of their reaction. You are an evil man, Frank Uto. You must come out plain. Your people did evil against Igbos. That is why God has brought destruction in your land. The same Fulanis that you put your trust in, that was killing you and destroying you. The same Nigeria you fought for. They are the ones destroying your people. It is not the Igbos. And still you are not satisfied. You went to Chinese television to call Igbos terrorists, IPOB, a terrorist organization. Oh, why? We are not doing anything. Our hands are clean. But you people will suffer the recompense of your error, which is meat. This punishment shall continue until the day the Lord God of heaven says it's okay. But until then, they will keep killing you people, keep taking it. You are IDP, the IDP, you are displaced people in your own land. They invited you in America. Did you go there to tell America that there has been genocide against Igbos in Nigeria right from 1967? That you are saying you support the issue of agitation and not separatist. Before 1914, there was nothing like Nigeria. We were forced into a union which is not working. And we have done our best to see it work by spreading all through the country to develop you people. You people are selfish, you are evil people, you are evil. That's why even though you went to university and they invited you in Britain, in America, you still could not give anything better than what constitutes you inside. That personal hatred that you have against Igbo man, you took in Chinese television and you came out on social media here to start talking trash, that you are sorry, you shift the sword. Look at the way you apologize, you politician from Nigeria. Nonsense, man. Didn't they tell you that? Are you not aware? Should I give you a proper? Are you not aware that the history textbook, that the new one that has been written, the Igbos are not captured in it? It's a collective thing. Are you not a lawyer? NNAMDI KANU'S judgment. Have you come out to make an analysis to speak that this is wrong? These people are wicked. These people are wicked. These people are very, 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 very evil. Igbo shall come again. Biafra shall arise. NNAMDI KANU shall be released. We don't bear you any grudge. Or just go your way. Let us go our way. We don't have any problem. Are you not aware that the civil war that was fought was removed from history textbooks? And when Obasanjo came into government, that was history. History was removed from the curriculum. In Nigerian educational studies, I mean, within secondary school level, are you not aware? And it was removed so that they don't mention the Biafran thing. Today I was talking to a young man in Maryland here. He's an Igbo man. He said he has never heard of the Biafran war. He doesn't know what is happening. And I had to start telling him. He was so shocked. They removed the history so that such young men will not sit and be angry with the level of hatred that was, instituted against us. And now they have started another history book. The history of all even you, small Benue, you are captured in the history. The Igbos are not. Did you get up to say anything? Wicked people. You didn't. What did we do to you people? Can you find me alone? Igbos love money, love money. The people who embezzled Nigeria's money, the Americans gave an example, gave a list of them. The Igbos involved were Rotimi Amechi and Nyesom Wike. These two people have earlier on said they are not Igbos. Rotimi Amechi is a Muslim. You've seen him, he has been turbaned. Nyesom Wike followed you people and said he's not Igbo, just like Asari Dokubo is talking trash. And we suffered all these things. But majority of those that stole this money are from Yoruba and the Northerners. Yet, Igbos love money. You people stole all the money in Nigeria. The oil wells in Danjuma has oil well. Everything now, Natifan, Otedola has oil well, has connection. They gave Dangote every opportunity for single sole proprietorship of everything. Even refinery. What in Igbo man do now? They are destroying our properties in Lagos. If there is a problem in Netherlands over beauty contest or Switzerland, the Northerners will kill Igbos. That they are the cause. There's a contest of problem in this. Somebody speaks against Muhammad in Russia, Pakistan, or maybe in America. They'll come and kill Igbos in the north. And you will never say anything. You get me, you wicked people. That's why the Lord God of heaven brought that thing into your land, that they will kill your people. And then you will now feel the pains of what the Igbos have felt. You're coming to tell me that we have the same enemy. Let's shoot our sword. I never raised any sword against you, Mr. Frank Uto. You raised a sword against me when you spoke against my people in Chinese television. I never raised a sword against you. It is the Hausa and the Fulani that raised sword against you, that killed you people in your land. The Igbos never raised any sword against you people. So mind how you bring this your nonsense talk. Didn't you know from history that after the war, we were given only 20 pounds to survive? No matter how rich an Igbo man is, he was to be decimated and emasculated economically. Did you come out to speak for all your knowledge in law? When NNAMDI Kanu was jailed, or he was incarcerated for 5 years. Do you know that because of El Rufai being arrested and brought to court, his lawyer is saying, based on the constitution of Nigeria, there is no office like DSS. What they have is SSS. Therefore, DSS is an illegality. And by that illegality, NNAMDI Kanu has been held in detention for months, which Malame was aware of. Are you not a lawyer? This is how you keep provoking us. If everything you do is suspicious, we don't believe in you people. Igbos are fighting. Tomorrow, when Biafra comes, if you have sense, call your people together. Build up a nation in the Middle Belt and stay on your own. Build up your own armed forces to fight against Fulanis. Stop using us and nonsense. I want you to post this thing to that guy, Cornell. And what annoys me with you some of you in Igbo, somebody when you're a good man for apologizing. That is nonsense. This man didn't apologize. He came to mock you. You push a man, you tell him where to fall. You have pushed the Igbos. You're telling us, okay, shit your sword, fall here. Because every man will just come and talk to the Igbos anyhow. We don't open our mouth to speak against you people. We want out. You have been doing us evil consistently, and yet you are not satisfied. I was in Government College Umaya when Brigadier Musa Usman came. We welcomed him, brought out dance for him. Brigadier Musa Usman. These are all people who fought against Igbos during the Biafran time. It was them, the Southwest, that Yawolo was said, hunger is a legitimate weapon of war. Our people were so hungry, they died of starvation. And our women in desperate move to get food to eat had to follow northern men to go and sleep with them, and they gave birth to idiots like Hope Uzodinma who are giving us problems in our land. You are not satisfied. After having provoked us with that your careless comment, we heard it and kept quiet, said, well, that is part of it. You have now come to start apologize. You look at you standing, telling the Igbo, who are you to address an Igbo? Let's shit our sword. Which sword? Did we raise any sword? If we raise a sword against Benue State, will you stand? Take away Nigerian government and let Benue State come and fight in Igbo. We'll kill all of you. Within 3 weeks, we'll finish the whole of your land. All those your Junkun boys or Biron boys or Wilson, this is nonsense, because Fulani headsmen has killed you people, thrown you away from your land. You are displaced persons in your own land. So all the powers you're making noise was because Britain helped you to fight. Russian MIGs were sent, flown by Egyptian pilots to come and bomb Biafran territory. You don't know. You want me to sit you down and give you lectures? You have to pay me for that. I'm not here, cable. Or him if I'm not here. If you want to apologize, if you have respect for Allah Jimako, you wouldn't have said what you said on Chinese television. You're a nonsense man. If you have respect for the Igbo man who was your best man during your wedding, you wouldn't have made the comment you made. Because you did not hear America say IPOB is a terrorist organization. If IPOB is a terrorist organization, why is it that IPOB still has office in Finland where Simon Ekpa was jailed? Because Finland, the Finnish government knows that IPOB has nothing to do with Simon Ekpa. Even the evil and wicked Nigerian government could not link Simon Ekpa to NNAMDI Kanu. It's only Nigeria that declared IPOB a terrorist organization. America did not. Nigeria approached Britain. Even Britain refused to designate IPOB a terrorist organization. That's why they're still protesting there. You are an evil, wicked man. The young man that came from overseas is a white man that is crying over the killing of people from Benue and Plateau State. You limited him to that place. Have you ever told him, young man, please go to the east and go and get more information? They are killing them. That's why when really more, whatever, I don't know, the American man that came to speak, he said he did not see any serious intention for separation in Nigeria because he went to Abuja and went to Lagos. He should have gone to Igbo land. He should have gone and asked the government of Nigeria. He was being sent by American government. I want to see Mazi NNAMDI Kanu and talk to him. Let me hear from him. Because you people, when the Americans were invited, they did not invite me. They didn't invite NNAMDI Kanu. They did not invite DOS leaders who can give them a better information with video and pictorial evidences. They went and invited you. And when you went there, what did you do? You talked about Middle Belt. Now only you know where God created. Now you be Christian. Are you a born again Christian? You are not. You are evil. Wicked, devilish, satanic people. The killing of your people, not that I buy it, not that I pray for it, no. But let me tell you, I'm speaking as somebody who has read the Bible, and I believe I have the grace of God as a child of God. You have done evil against the Igbos so much that even up to this your age 9, this 21st generation, 21st century, you went to channels to talk trash without doing, you did your research. You just go there with your bias against the Igbos. And the Lord has allowed them to kill you, kill your people, and you are brought to America to come and speak. They will keep killing them. Let me tell you, it's not a curse. It's not a prophetic utterance. No. I am telling you what will happen. They will keep killing Benue Plateau, Taraba, Kaduna. They will keep killing people like killing people until the day the Lord says, it's okay. You have had enough. I think you have learned your lesson. Because my people cry, they mourn, they weep, they lament. Families were separated. Children's life were truncated. Hopes were dashed. Futures were truncated, destroyed. And you, Frank Uto, for all your knowledge and education, never raised up your voice for once to speak against it. You're only saying now because you made a stupid and unguarded, foolish, wicked comment of hatred that has backlashed into your people. And the Igbos have come up to fight you, to tell you that you are nothing, you are nobody. I want you Biafrans to make sure that this man gets this message. My name is Emeka Livingstone. I'm an Igbo man. I've never spoken against Benue. I've never spoken against Plateau. For all the wickedness David Mark did and how he stole money, I've never spoken against him. Is it Jeruseni, who was Minister of Federal Capital Territory? The wife ran a program, DO, the Daughters of Destiny. I was invited once in that program. I went with a friend of mine from River State. How they were embezzling Nigeria's money. Useless people come out and be talking trash. We don't have a common enemy. The Fulanis are your enemies. Fight your battle and dig your grave yourself. Stop getting us involved. Because tomorrow, they will now say it is the Igbos that misled you into talking. And the Igbos are responsible. You see what happened in River State? A man from Benue had a problem with a Muslim. And they reacted. Instead of them talking the truth, Asadiogo came out and said, it is the Igbos. Because until the Igbos are mentioned and destroyed, you will not have peace. And that peace, you will never have it in your life because you're a wicked man. I don't care. Even America calls you to come and address CNN. It's not my business. As far as I know, you're an evil man. And that's it. So you're not a serious-minded fellow. Nobody should listen to this trash that this nonsense man is talking. Remember, Onyendu was wrongly jailed. This man has not said anything. He's telling us that he's a classmate, Aloy Jimako.
That very idiot was asking me this evening, who did I discuss it at home with? And I just asked myself a very, very pertinent question. You are a governor of a state. You claim you're a leader of the people. You and NNAMDI Kanu, who should be reminding each other about the importance of the 30th of May. You claim you're a leader. You don't even understand the meaning of leadership. You have, all of you idiots in government houses don't even have an idea. You don't have a clue what leadership is all about. In case you have forgotten Dave Umahi and all the rest of the multi-purpose Fulefus we have in our land, all you Mieti Allah servants, I want to remind you as to why we got to where we are today in this effort to restore Biafra. Times Magazine of London, 7th of October, 1966. In 1966, a whole full year before Ojukwu declared Biafra. In 1966, 7th of October, 1966, this is according to the Times Magazine of London, and I'll read. The massacre began at the airport near the 5th Battalion's home city of Kanu, the Nigerian Army, 5th Battalion. A Lagos-bound jet had just arrived from London. It was going to Lagos, but it did a stopover in Kanu. And as the Fulani Janjaweed passengers were being escorted down the plane into the customs shed,
A Fulani, what should I say, Hausa Fulani this time around, because they were still under the spell of the Fulani then. A soldier, a Nigerian soldier, stormed into the airport, brandishing a rifle and demanding to see the Nyamri. According to Times Magazine, it is the Hausa slang for "where are the damned Igbos." These are people that had nothing to do with what was happening in the zoo. Nothing whatsoever. They were flying in from London, and they were all massacred in Kano. This happened on the 7th of October 1966. We remember and we, of course, commemorate the massacre of people, of the Tutsi people of Rwanda. Everywhere else there is a genocide, people stood trial, and there were reparations made. But in the case of Biafra, this global conspiracy has continued. And one thing struck me when Dave Umahi, in his outburst, said that I am a fool. That was what he called me. And he proceeded to say that who did I sit at home with? It has now been made very clear to me that the reason why our people are being marginalized, the reason why we are third-class citizens in our own land, the reason why Mieti Allah can come and move their cattle about however they like it, the reason why they can impose an idiot, a criminal like Opus Odema in Imo State, the reason why all these senators and all these House of Reps members are being chosen for us by the Fulani Caliphate is because of fools like Dave Umahi. Because the Fulani now understand that they can do anything they like to these people, that they have idiots like Umahi that will defend their position. Ever since we drove away Mieti Allah from Ebonyi State, Dave Umahi has been incandescent with rage. He's been very, very upset. Because Mieti Allah said to him, if you're there and you allow your people to drive us away from Ebonyi State, you can no longer harbor, should I say, the wish or hope to become the president of Nigeria. That is the problem that we're having today. You're telling me that somebody that claims he went to school, that he's an engineer, somebody who claims he is a political leader, do not understand the importance of remembering those that fought that he may be alive. It goes for all of them. And in fact, I may say, let me give some credit to some other governors. This time around, it's only Dave Umahi that came out. Do you know what the idiot said? He said anybody opening his shop on Monday in Abakaliki, if you fail to turn up to open your shop, if you observe the sit at home, that you will lose your shop. And I dare Dave Umahi to try. I dare him to try it. I dare him to try it. Instead of Dave Umahi to be convincing IPOB as to the importance of remembering the dead, we are the ones now reminding these idiots, these morons, as to their duties and obligations as the political leaders that they call themselves. These are the things you must understand, because right now we are in a state of war. We are in a state of war. It is the express wish of the Fulani Caliphate to kill our people. Their plan during the war was to kill every male, every adult, male and female, up to the age of 10, and then groom them to become Janjaweed slaves. That was what happened. They tried that experiment with a few people. Emeka Ofo was one of them. Go and ask. Some of you do not understand your history. You have no idea where you're coming from. That is why some of you do not know where you're going to. That is why fools like Umahi are confused. That is why they do not understand what we are confronting, what we are facing. I want Dave Umahi to understand something very, 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 very carefully. To pay attention to what I have to say. You were against IPOB, your army, your police. You people are the ones inviting the army to come and kill your own people. Our land is the way it is today because of Hope Uzodinma. Hope Uzodinma thought that we are in the era of 2017, 2018, 2019. Bring the Fulani army to come, kill one or two people, and everything will be quiet. No, not anymore. They are going to die in our land. Some of you idiots, some of the people, some of you should I say, natural-born saboteurs and traitors. Some of you fools that can never see what the enemy is doing to you is only when there is a retaliation that you start to yap and to complain. I want to remind each and every one of you that Nigeria have been killing us since 1945. Since 1945. And your peaceful agitation never got you anywhere. Begging and pleading never got you anywhere. They killed in 1945, killed in 1953, killed in 1950. In fact, every year since 1945, they've been killing you. They slap you on one side, you turn the other one. That was why they cut off the head of Akaloka. Nobody said anything or did anything about it. That is why none of you is among the Security Council in the zoo. You don't even understand. You don't even reason very well. You think that by saying yes sir, yes sir, yes sir to everything that Fulani says, that they will love you. You are a fool. Therefore, you are an idiot. You are a fool, a complete idiot. You should have focused on your 419. You should have used your computer to be scamming white people. That is your job. Or that was your job, and maybe it still is. Before you became, the Fulani picked you up. Because what the Fulanis did was to go and pick up vagabonds in our land to make them governors. Rochas or Church or Carl or Hope, and yourself. Will you people come out in the public to speak? When our land was our land, can you people come outside to speak? Because in our land, once you are a criminal, you will not be allowed to speak in public. Once you are a thief, you can never be allowed to speak in the gathering of the elders. It's impossible. You cannot do it. But of course, we are living in strange times. We are living in the time of the Fulani Janjaweed. That was, if not that people rose up and said, no, Ararome would have been the governor of Imo State today. Another criminal, another murderer, another killer. These are the type of vengeance that the Fulanis are bringing to come and lead us. Dave Umahi, you're telling me you don't understand what happened to your people. You don't understand that we lost 5 million people. Look at all the commissioners of police saying, oh, don't come outside. No, you can go. Dishonor the dead. Don't remember your heroes. Let me remind you what they did to you, because some of you do not know. As they were running from the aircraft, as the massacre was going on, there were Igbo people amongst the custom officers, and they dropped their chalk and they fled, only to be shot in the main terminal by other soldiers. I hope, Dave Umahi, you're listening to me very carefully. I am not the person to remind you to honor the dead, because with great position comes great responsibility. I don't want to denigrate the death of Abiola because he did very well for his people. The Yoruba political leaders, they fought and agitated until June 12 became a public holiday. Is that not true? One man, one Yoruba man. And we lost over 5 million people. Do you see why you people are not leaders? Why you're not cut out to lead? Have you not seen Netanyahu stand before the whole world during the commemoration of Holocaust that happened in Europe? Every blessed year. Every blessed year. Have you not seen Her Britannic Majesty, the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth II, stand at the cenotaph the 11th of November every blessed year to remember those that fought and died for their country? Do you also know, Dave Umahi, in your stupidity, you don't even begin to acknowledge that had all these men that perished in the trenches had they not died in the trenches, look at what is happening in Plateau, look at what is happening in Taraba, look at what is happening in what's it called, in Benue. Look at what is even happening in Niger State. The same thing, look at what is happening in Yoruba land. The same thing could have been happening to us today. Let me tell you something that you don't know. Because these men fought and died for us. They gave us hope. That was the job of Ojukwu. Ojukwu was the Moses of our time, our trailblazer. God used Ojukwu to say to us, there is a promised land somewhere called Biafra. Only when you people are worthy will I lead you to that land. Israelites were wandering all over the wilderness for for 40 years. We have been wandering now for over 50 years because of our sinful nature, because of our wickedness against our own people. This same army that killed our people and slaughtered us is the same army that you criminals are inviting into our land to kill the same people that their fathers were killed by the same vagabonds that you're bringing in. Do you see why why you people are lower than vermin? One, you don't even know your responsibilities. You have no idea what it means to be a leader. You don't have a clue what it means to be a leader of a people.
All right, guys, let me attempt to respond to this screenshot you are seeing on my page, all right, on this post. Sunday Igboho is trying to tell NNAMDI Kanu, you understand, to negotiate with federal government. Now, Sunday Igboho, as we know, is the acclaimed freedom fighter fighting for Oduduwa Republic. NNAMDI Kanu is the known freedom fighter fighting for the indigenous people of Biafra. What is the difference? The difference is that Sunday is a Westerner, is from the Yoruba tribe. NNAMDI Kanu is from the Igbo tribe, the most disadvantaged tribe in Nigeria. For the purpose of those who are not Nigerians that don't know, as an Igbo man, if you do anything in Nigeria, you will not get away with it. Same thing a Yoruba man or Hausa man will do and get away with it, you will not get away with it. Now, let me say, Sunday Igboho, you are trying to tell NNAMDI Kanu to negotiate or accept or sheath his sword. In several posts, I've seen this language. Now, let me tell you, the best time to negotiate with a man is to negotiate with him when he is free. You negotiate somebody when he is at an advantaged position. What do I mean? If you negotiate with NNAMDI Kanu while he is in prison, you are negotiating with him from a disadvantaged position. And is most likely, if he's not a man with strong conviction, he's most likely going to accept any position you give to him because he just wants to gain his freedom. But in the person of NNAMDI Kanu, Nigerians have seen, Biafrans have seen, the world have seen that NNAMDI Kanu is a man with conviction in what he is fighting for. NNAMDI Kanu, look at the screenshot as well from area father Charlie Boy. That is his verified handle, and I believe this whatever you are seeing here can be said to be the truth or is a confirmed news, and that is from Sanusi. That NNAMDI Kanu has been offered 500 billion to jettison the Biafra struggle, and he has not accepted. Now, what I think President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should do is set NNAMDI Kanu free. When he is free and gone for his medical checkup, then you call for negotiation. And let me tell you, there is an extent you can negotiate with NNAMDI Kanu. Even if he accepts your terms, the people of Biafra will not accept. Biafra Boabara. If some of you don't know that Biafra has consumed, apart from 1967 to 1970, Biafra has consumed a lot. And see, the coming of Biafra to me is non-negotiable. I'm saying it. The coming of Biafra is non-negotiable. It's not something we should start negotiating. Nigerians, you may decide not to opt for disintegration. But we Biafrans, the Igbo people, and to extension, Igbo Biafra, other tribes that make up Biafra, we have decided to restore Biafra. And I will keep saying this, we are not for violence. We just want you guys to understand that an Igbo man is no longer comfortable in Nigeria. An Igbo man has never been comfortable in Nigeria. And understand this, I will always use this phrase. Igbo people or Biafrans are like Jonah in the ship or in the boat, whichever way you put it. Nigeria as a project, as a contraption, as a country, whatever way you want to put it, will never enjoy prosperity until an Igbo man exits it. Just like Jonah was taken out of that boat and the boat sailed and Jonah went to fulfill his destiny. It doesn't matter how long you postpone this doomsday, as you may call it. An Igbo man is not, I don't know how to say this so that people will even know that, look, we, this generation and the generation unborn, we are making this video so that they will see it. So even if they want to be angry, it will be more angrier than us, that Nigeria has inflicted a lot of injuries to us. We want a country called Biafra, where an average Biafran can fulfill his full human potentials. Not those that were choosing for us. Not those that they were choosing to make millionaires and billionaires so that they will come oppressors to us. You know, see, let me digress a little bit. When the Europeans came, they could not conquer the East. They were not able to use indirect rule on us. So what they employed is to try to use the warrant chiefs to get to us. And that is the same formula Nigeria is using. They are hand-picking, cherry-picking some people who are willing tools and make it seem as if these people are representing our common interest. They are not. Igbos don't love themselves. That is your phrase. But let me tell you, 99% of Igbos love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why do they love him? Because he's a just man. He's a man that has the interests of the people at heart. He's a man that has sacrificed his comfort zone to talk about the restoration of Biafra and the freedom for his people. A whole lot of you in Nigeria are struggling. Some people have relocated their families to UK, to America. And they're coming telling you the City Boys movement. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu already by default is a citizen of the UK. But he left that comfort zone. I will always say this. The sacrifice that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has made in the history of humanity can only be likened to the sacrifice of our Lord Jesus Christ. Leaving his comfort zone to come and save his people. And we appreciate him. We appreciate him. And the only thing Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, can do at this point in time is tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, pick up your mat and go home. Then we talk. Remember, he promised us. He said that the flag of Biafra is raised or is lowered into the grave. Does that even convince you that this man is a man of conviction? He said it ab initio. Even from the onset, he said it. And you think he's going to change his mind? The most civil thing we should do now, Nigeria should do, is to let the Igbo, the Biafrans, to exit the union, that first union. We are being held there by the shackles of gun and bombs. We are held there out of our will. It is not our will to be in Nigeria. It is not our will to be in Nigeria. And I want this thing to sound very loud and clear. Fix a date for referendum and let us redetermine this union. It is my right to speak of self-determination. It is your right to remain in Nigeria, but let's test the popular opinion. Share this video, and if you have not been following this page, follow this page. I'm sorry this video has to be long because I just have to air, to vent. God bless you, and God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and God bless every lover of freedom wherever you are on the surface of the earth planet. Sunday Bowo, tell President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be free to negotiate with him or to negotiate with Nigeria. They will.
People, Nnamdi Kanu, makachi wagezi oku. If I was to be Nnamdi Kanu, kangwage, obu na like us no mu abu Nnamdi Kanu, aga ma anaru Nigerian government na Britain ego obu na hanyem. Sign ya any mandate, hapu unu bu ndi Igbo wa. Makachukwu. Adime zo na ekwu this one. Sorry, obu na ifa na ekwu na enwegi ikwe. Very very sorry. Mana nna wagezi oku na obu na mbu Nnamdi Kanu. Na aga ma anaru Nigerian government na Britain ego obu na hanyem. Sign ya any mandate, hapu unu bu ndi Igbo. Gbafuo. If I was to be among the Nnamdi Kanu na anụrụ okwu, aga m agwa ya nna sign ya akwụkwọ na Lagos wa. Maka na mkpụrụ na ifuru okwu ahụ ọ na-egbucha mkpụrụ adịrị ya. Okwu ahụ Nnamdi Kanu na-apịcha na-egbucha mkpụrụ adịrị ya. Yesterday, 85 jere ịba plane. Ndị DSS bịa from the president bi nwere 85. Kedu ihe mere nkiri that video? Ndị Hausa ụmụnne ya gba ya around. Challenge DSS see if you the way Papa will touch him. Ọ bụ na amụrụ nna gị, ọ bụ na nna gị mụrụ gị ọfụma metụ onye aka. None of them could touch him. 85 baala onwe ya plane wa. Sunday Igbo ho mere nke ya mecha nke ya mechacha megide ahapụ ya Sunday Igbo ho wa. Ịma why? Mgbe ejide Sunday Igbo ho Obasanjo jekwa afọ ya. Mgbe ejide Sunday Igbo ho prominent Yoruba people jere for Sunday Igbo ho. They walked to the release of Sunday Igbo. Today Sunday Igbo is a free man. Unlike one night nwoke bụ Nnamdi Kanu. Ejikwa Nnamdi Kanu na prison no genti. Eji Nnamdi Kanu na Sokoto ka ọ nọ. Sokoto prison, life imprisonment. Onweghị any Igbo governor, any Igbo businessman, any Igbo influencer, politician siri ike nọkọtara pụta one day kwuo maka Nnamdi Kanu. Onweghị onye jere prison jee ya except Alex Oti. All the Igbo governors, PIM, all the Igbo elites, PIM, onwere onye pụtara kwuo anything. Nnamdi Kanu ka nọ na prison. Isem na mkpụrụ Nnamdi Kanu na-apị na isem na ụkwụ ọ na-apịcha na mkpụrụ dị ya. Ndị mmadụ na-ata ahụhụ, ndị mmadụ na-anwụsịsị, kidnapping everywhere, banditry, agụụ, inflation karị nkụ. Peter Obi pụtara for 2027 presidential election, and onye ọbụla ma na Peter Obi bụ one of the best candidates for this upcoming election. Instead of ndị nke ya akwụ ya n'azụ, ndị nke ya na-asụkọ the same Igbo language ekwuru ya n'azụ, ime ife ha mee ebunye ha moto a na-akwụgharị na Abuja kpọọ onwe ha city boys. Ma sị na ọ ka protect ya business fa. Abụ m an Igbo man, mana my tribe bụ the most greediest tribe in the world. Ọ bụrụ in Africa, in the world. Oke ọchịchọ anyị mere anyị ife, oke ọchịchọ megburu nya, oke ọchịchọ kpara anyị alụ. A sị m ọ bụ na ọ bụ Nnamdi Kanu na m ga-anara ego hapụ unu sigbusisie unu, because ụkwụ ọ na-apịcha mkpụrụ adịrị ya. Kewe nna ahụ ụkwụ ọ na-apịcha mkpụrụ adịrọ na ya kama ofu mkpụrụ adịrọ na mkpụrụ n'ụkwa a. Kedu ife na-eme? Kedu ife anyị emere unu bụ ndị Igbo? Alex Oti bụ the answered prayer of ndị Abia State. Alex Oti na-alụ ọrụ na-alụsi ọrụ ike, na-agbasi mbọ ike. Ịma onye na-ataki ya ọkwa ọjụ ụzọ kalụ onye Igbo. Everything ọrụ na Abia State dị visible. Ọ dị die ije eje na-afị ya, mana onye na-ataki ya bụ onye Igbo. Emechara sị nọ na-marginalize anyị. We are marginalizing ourselves. Ndị Igbo bi na-marginalize onwe ha. Ndị Igbo bi eji onye na-anọrọpụ ndị Igbo bụ ndị Igbo ji onwe ha. No single seaport in the southeast. Onwere onye na-ekwu maka ya. Ọija na-ataki Peter Obi, ọija na-ataki Nnamdi Kanu. No single airport, international airport nọ na southeast. Onwere onye na-ekwu maka ya. Ọ ibukọsi ego eti na-akpa. Ịbọga eziokwu ihe a bụ the main topic na-agba gị. If I was to be Nnamdi Kanu, aga m analụ Nigerian government ego ọbụla enyere m ga-analụ ya tii na-akpa hapụ unu waa. A na-egbusisi unu si gbusisi unu, because you people don't deserve to be saved. If ndị Igbo deserve not to be saved. Ndị Igbo deserve ka na-amachina nya ka eme ha Muslim people ka ha ferezi ala. Nna agba ka eziokwu maka na unu ha deserve for salvation. If Nnamdi Kanu ihe ọbụla mere ya n'aka unu ka ọ dị, unu bụ ndị Igbo n'aka unu ka ọ dị. Ana m agwa unu eziokwu. God is our strength. Ka ọ dịkwa.
Fulani can control you however they like. Once they announce it, Yoruba newspapers very foolishly and stupidly will support them because they want Tinubu as the president. And you are all dying every blessed day. You are all dying every day. Had you people risen up to say that what is happening in Nigeria is bad, there is no way that Fashoranti's daughter will not be alive today. That is the price you pay for duplicity. That is the price you pay for treachery. That is the price you will continue to pay until you rise up and say, enough is enough. It is up to you to do it. You did it during NSAS. You can do it again. Can you imagine Fulani people telling you, if you remove Fulanis from Yoruba forests, imagine Fulani telling you, if you remove them from your ancestral lands, there will be war, and you are panicking. And you have not asked yourself, why are they not saying something about the East? Why did they not say to Eastern Security Network? Why did they not say to me, if you don't stop evacuating Fulani terrorists from the forest, there will be war? Because they know, they understand psychologically that you don't have what it takes to resist them. Do you know why Borno State is still alive? Why you still have the Kanuri people in Borno today? Was because they resisted the Fulani centuries ago. You have to go back to history to understand how Nigeria came into existence. Fulani has been expanding from day one, from Senegambia. All the way from Senegambia, they've been expanding, and now they are in Okigwe. All the way from Senegambia. They are now in Okigwe. And you're asking us to somehow fold our hands and keep quiet because of 2023, because one idiot is going to come out to become a president, because of that rubbish, because of that nonsensical notion, we should fold our hands and wait until we are overrun by the Janjaweed from the Sahel. Is that how reasonable people think? Is that how people that wish to survive as a race, is that how they reason? It is very, very shocking that some of you do not understand what the Fulanis have in store for you. Very, very soon it is going to happen. And when it happens, your eyes will clear. And about whom you will see it very clearly. I was warning you. In 2014, 2015, 2016, they said he's a warmonger. He's a warmongering. I went to America and I told World Igbo Congress that this war you are avoiding is going to come to your villages. They said, no, it's not going to happen. What is happening today? When Yoruba was supporting the dead idiot called Buhari, did I not warn them that this evil you're supporting will consume you? They never listened. They never wanted to listen. IPOB is a terrorist group. You're trying to divide Nigeria. But Mietiana is not. People that you are calling bandits, have you heard anybody come out to say, please Buhari, since presidency is there defending terrorists in the forest, why don't you proscribe them? No, you cannot proscribe a Fulani group. Never. And all of you, we are supporting evil. When there is the proscribed IPOB, proscribed indigenous people of Biafra. These are Yoruba journalists writing junk. Every day they keep writing rubbish. But their land is under siege. Their land is under siege. And the Fulani will take it. It doesn't take time. So I am here today to encourage them that they must stand tall and be very strong, resolute. That is what Fulani does. They control the media. They have well-paid consultants all over the world doing their bidding for them. They have that woman at UN trying to lobby the world that everything is okay in the zoo called Nigeria. But you and I know that the zoo is not okay. You and I know the game plan of the Fulani. And what are you doing about it? Nothing. Every day you read, you lament, you complain. Every day you read, you lament. And that's all you do. That is all you do. You read, you lament, you complain. You do nothing about it. Your lives are being taken away from you. Your forests are being occupied. Your mothers are being raped. Your daughters are being abducted. And the whole national government, presidency, is supporting such people. And you're telling me that Nigeria is viably sustainable. Is that what you're telling me? That somehow this contraption is sustainable, it is viable. It can never be. Because the more you stay in one Nigeria, the more you are inviting the Fulanis to take over your ancestral lands, to take over your villages, and to make life a misery for you. That is the end game. That is the outcome. If you doubt me, go and do a bit of research. Ask yourself, who are the Hausa people? Who are the Nupe people? Who are the Bachama people? All of these people were steamrolled by the Fulani march to the Atlantic Ocean. And now they're in Yoruba land. They're in their forests. They are in their forests. And who is going to drive them away from there? If not the Yoruba youths. Forget about your useless governors. Your elders are very strong. I love Yoruba elders. The way they behave, the way they talk. Very, very strong. They said they support Akeredolu. That is the governor of Ondo State. They support him in what he's doing. People must come out to say that enough is enough. When you travel to the north, do you live in the forest in the north? The Igbo people in Sabongeri in Kanu. Are they living of course it's Hausa land. Are they living in the forest? They came to the town. They worked very hard. They built houses. They built mansions. They developed the entire place. Is that not what they do? What are Fulani people doing in our forest? Nobody can answer that question. They say that they're pastoralists. I want some of you who have had your breakfast this morning, please go to your fridge or go to where you keep your beverages and you will see pig milk. Pig. Some of us were raised on pig milk. For how many years now? And you keep asking yourself, what is pig milk? Pig milk is minerally the same milk that the cows produce in Holland can be produced in the zoo. Tell me the country in the world aspiring to be a member of the UN Security Council where you move cattle from place to place. Are you people well at all? You so-called Nigerians, are you normal in the brain? I'm asking you a simple question. Show me a country that aspires to be in the 21st century moving cattle from place to place. Tell me they're grazing. Which country is that? Please tell me. All of you don't have any shame. When you have people, an entire presidency coming out to defend a very primitive, archaic agricultural practice, then you know you embrace serious mess. You are in one almighty trouble, I'm telling you. People are in a mess. The Holland that you get your pig milk from, do they move cattle from Rotterdam to Amsterdam? I'm asking you a simple question. But they produce the pig milk that you're drinking every blessed day. Why can't Fulani produce pig milk in Sokoto? Why can't they produce carnation milk in Kanu? They have the cattle. Before the white man came, did you see any Fulani in your forest? All these people talking rubbish about movement of cattle and movement of... I'm asking you, before Britain came and handed over Nigeria to Fulani, ask your grandfathers, please, or your grandmothers. Ask them. All this nonsense we are hearing today in this so-called one, I want to tell you the dangers of one Nigeria. All this nonsense you're hearing today about one Nigeria, Fulani in our forest, Fulani in our village. Before the white man came, did you see Fulani moving their cattle all over the place? Did we not have meat to eat? They will answer these questions for you. Because sometimes in Africa we don't reason very well. The way we reason is disjointed. It is disjointed. I can't understand for the life of me why instead of them to waste all that money arming and equipping this Janjaweed army Mihetiala to come and conquer you and I, why don't they open a milk factory somewhere in the north and bring the milk down south? I'm sure Southerners will buy it. After all, pig milk comes all the way from Holland. Pig milk all the way from Holland. Now you understand it. Because of the way you people reason. Why can't you produce? Is it difficult to produce milk? The same milk that comes out naturally from the udder of the cow. Why can't you can it somewhere, pasteurize it, and send it to people to eat, to drink, or to do whatever with? All over the world, that is what is happening. In fact, they produce so much milk in Europe that they pour it away. Why can't you do the same thing? A whole president claiming they are in the 21st century are supporting a very primitive practice of moving cattle from place to... All of you, you're not ashamed of yourselves. You have no shame. As somebody will say, your shame is shaming me. I'm telling you, you people from the zoo, I'm ashamed of your ignorance and stupidity. You people are hopeless, completely hopeless. One day now, one idiot to come and say, we are intellectuals. And you're moving cattle from Kafanchan to Ahoda. You are intellectuals. You are intellectualizing. You are in the 21st century, you are moving cattle, driving cattle, Nama, from over 300 miles. Claiming Yoruba forest is a place for you to be in. You want to relax, Yoruba forest is every Nigerian is free to live anywhere. And do their business anywhere, yes? But when an Igbo man tries to sell beer in Kanu, you destroy it. You destroy their businesses, you destroy their hotels, but you can come down to the south and live anywhere you like and grace anywhere you like. And you're telling me that is a country, that is one Nigeria for you? The Fulanis we are talking, they call them the Funa movement. Our attention has been drawn to a decree credited to one Rotimi Akeredolu, asking Fulani people who have occupied some forests in Ondo State to quit. We are also aware of another incident in Oyo State where an illiterate political talk gave quit notice to Fulani people to leave their territories, which are now their irreversible homes. Are you listening? Fulani are now saying that Yoruba forest is now their irreversible homes. They have now occupied Yoruba land in perpetuity. And I want to let my Yoruba friends understand this. You see, in life, anytime you support evil, evil will come back to haunt you. All of you never knew that IPOB and this Biafra movement was for your liberation. Some of you saw maybe the oil and gas from Biafra land. If they go now, we'll have access to oil and gas. In the process of having your eyes fixated on oil and gas, your forest is gone. Do you understand it? There is nothing more precious in life than freedom. Freedom is very important. And I need you to understand this very morning. Every Yoruba person supporting Fulani, you are setting up yourself to become like the Hausa people. Remember when Hausa was supporting Fulani? We are Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. Where are the Hausa people today? I ask you. Where are those Hausa people today? Do you see them anymore? They're saying we are Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. Do you see them again today? Do you see them? I'm asking you. No, because Fulani have completely overwhelmed them. It's called emasculation. Completely emasculated them. Look at what they're doing in the East. In the East, they come to the East, they will tell you, oh, you want to be the president or vice? Yeah. They say, give us land for Ruga. They give them land. As soldiers of Kadu did that Lok Banta. They have taken it over in forever and ever. Give us land in your state. Hope of them prove to us that you are stood. Give us land in Olo. Hope of them will give them land in Olo. We can go and kill people in Obibo. We can kill for them. How many Fulani governors are prepared to kill bandits? I didn't say normal people. I'm talking about armed, dangerous bandits. How many Fulani governors? Go and read your newspapers, you will see it there. Fulani governors are negotiating with them, giving them arms, giving them vehicles, making sure that their life is no longer a misery. But if they come down to the south, they tell you, give us land for Ruga. Go and kill your people to prove to us that you're one Nigerian. That was why Obi also was talking rubbish. Was yesterday or 2 days ago. Supported by the BBC. The problem you people have in Nigeria is this. Your journalists, you see people, Punch newspaper, Tribune, Vanguard, and Nation, they are your second worst enemies. I'm telling you the truth. They can never ever be objective in their reportage. Never ever. That's why all of you are suffering. But you don't know it. They were the same people used to scuttle the NSAS protest. Of course, some of you went about looking for Indomie in warehouses. Typical black people. Any revolution that is coming now, you must stand very firm. They'll say, oh, you're Igbo. Oh, you're Yoruba. Oh, you are from Europe. Don't join them. It's our turn in 2023. If you do this, you will scuttle our chances of becoming the president